prevention is important because so often what we do in the country is we try to fish out of the water the kids coming down the stream. And if we could just pause and figure out what's upstream that's causing the kids to float down the river, we could have a much bigger impact. So that's a critical part of what we need to do and what we ought to do.
The Center for Effective Discipline was actually established initially because in Ohio we had corporal punishment in our schools, and a number of people came together, medical providers, teachers, social workers, psychologists, and wanted to put an end to that practice. We were seeing children, students who were coming into the emergency department at our local pediatric hospital with injuries, and had those injuries been sustained in homes or somewhere else, those children would have been reported as abused children. But because the schools had the authority to use that type of punishment and injure students, there was really no recourse. So the Center for Effective Discipline actually came together as a coalition of people who were interested in looking at banning corporal punishment in schools. Currently, there are 19 states in the United States that allow corporal punishment, and we're talking about being in public schools. There are only 2 states in the nation, and those are Iowa and New Jersey, that actually ban corporal punishment in all schools, including private schools. Spank Out Day was actually initiated in 1998 by Nadine Block as a day really for us to look at using alternatives to corporal punishment.
Well, Jacob Wetterling was abducted in 1989 when he was 11. He was with his brother and his friend when he was taken. And the immediate response of the family and of the community was to be completely floored that stuff like this happens to kids. I mean, we didn't have the vocabulary of even what was happening. And so we took the lead from the Wetterling family, which was we wanted to let kids know that they're special, they deserve to be safe. And so the Jacob Wetterling Foundation was what it was originally called, was started both to help prevent this from happening to other kids and to find Jacob. And that continues, we continue both of those tracks with what we do today as a resource center. Jacob's legacy is that every kid deserves to be safe, every kid should have a voice. And so what we've learned from him and his story helps fuel our fire to work on behalf of other kids. Well, our main goal is to educate families to prevent abduction and abuse of children. We also work with families, as Jackie does and Lori does, on the hotline, but 80% of the work we do is the prevention, and about 20% is the after if there's a family who needs our services.
Ensuring that the community knows how to prevent, how to intervene is very important. A lot of people don't know when you go to the store and you see somebody strike a child across the face because they're misbehaving. That's something that's okay to intervene on. And let's, as JWRC, let's teach you how to do this. Let's get out into the community and help educate folks on, I really want to do something, but I'm a little bit scared. I'm not sure what my limits are. I'm not sure what I can do without endangering myself and without further endangering the child. So that's one of the goals that we have for JWRC, is to help end that abuse by educating people in better ways to disciplining child. Center for Effective Discipline, that feeds into that same way. You don't have to physically discipline your child. There are other methods, other techniques that we can do that. So if we can move forward to end all legalized physical discipline of children, then that's going to get us that much further in being able to end